All right, welcome to this episode of My VA Disability Claim. All right, this is how you file, huh? That's the name of the series. All we're doing is giving you a video walkthrough showing you how to file specific claims. 8 minutes or less. Try to keep it simple. Try to keep it useful, like we always do. Yeah. Carter Hughes Knowledge Institute, as always, helpful veteran. I am the helpful veteran. I just try to be helpful. I spent a lot of time in this world. I filed thousands of claims, and now I do something else, but I still kind of miss being able to help people in this world. So this is what I do. We got a 5-step process, right? We're going to get right into it. Step number 1, decide on the condition that you want to file for. In this situation, we're filing for hypertension, right? We got diagnosed with it while we're in the service. Now we've been out for a few years and we need to file for it. One thing about hypertension, if you're service connected for it and then you pass away from a cardiovascular, event or something related to the heart, you may be able to get dependency indemnity compensation. Your surviving spouse or your surviving dependents may be able to file for that, right? So it's important to put hypertension on there if it is something that you're dealing with. Step number 2, 3 elements check. We're going to see if this claim is strong or weak, right? We use the 3 elements to see if you got only one element, that's weak. 1 or less, that's weak. 2 or more, that's strong, right? We want to try to get all 3 before we send it up, make it easy for yourself, and make this thing go a little quicker. Step number 3, we're going to check the rating schedule for hypertension. We're going to see exactly what symptoms are the VA looking for when they rate hypertension. That's what matters. There are a bunch of symptoms to every condition, no doubt about it. You want to know how the VA, what symptoms is the VA looking for specifically for this condition. And then step number 4, we're going to prepare that claim statement. Claim statement lays it out 1, 2, 3, right? It's like a layup. This claim statement is like filet, right? Like makes it easy for you, makes it very easy for the rater. When they get that claim, they're going to be like, oh, wow, this is nice, right? Right? They go, hey, yo. As long as you got the evidence to back it up, we're good to go, all right? So we're going to show you that claim statement. Then step number 5, we're going to copy, paste it, and then put it on the actual form. That VA Form 5, that VA Form 21-526, and the 21-4138. That's a statement in support of claim. We suggest put a statement with every condition that you're filing for. That way you can lay it out easily for the VA, right? Make it easy for them, they make it easy for you, huh? So let's get right into it. We're going to show you that rating schedule and then the information that we're going to put in that 3-element statement. All right, and here we are at that rating schedule. All right, so what we're filing for is hypertension. This rating schedule, again, it's like the teacher calling you up the night before you have to hand in the paper and telling you, hey, look, this is exactly how I'm going to grade this paper, right? This is what the rating schedule does. It tells you exactly what the VA is looking for when they rate this condition of hypertension. First thing we do when we get here, Control F, that's the find function. And then we spell out hypertension. Hypertension, boom. And then we just press enter, and that'll take you right down the document so we can see where the rating is. Where we got the rating. There's different types of hypertension ratings, of course, cardiovascular things. The one that we normally run into, though, is 7101, right? High blood pressure, essentially. And it's based off of your readings. As you can see right here, this is how they rate it, right? Have these symptoms, get this rating. Have these symptoms, get this rating. And as you can see, diastolic pressure, systolic pressure. The blood pressure readings are blank over blank. The last one, the one that's on the bottom down, that's diastolic. The one at the top, that is systolic. So for a 10%, you have to have a diastolic, the reading of 100 or more, systolic reading 160 or more, and requires continuous medication for control. All right. So this is one of the few instances that I'm aware of where medication matters. All right. So what we do now, after we look at the rating schedule, we just take this information and put it right on that 3-element statement. All right. And we'll show you that next. And after that, we'll take it to the actual form. But this is where we get that information from in terms of current medical diagnosis, the current symptoms that we're filing for. Look at the rating schedule, right? Because we're trying to get this rate. You want the medical attention? Yes, of course. We also want to get a rating
for this. So it is important to understand how the VA is going to rate it. All right. So we come here, get this information. Boom, boom, boom. Have these conditions, have these symptoms, get this rating. We take this, move it right over to that 3-element statement. Here we go.
All right, so here we go. Here we go with the 3-element statement. All we did was use that before you filed Guidebook. We took the answers from that, put it in the 3-element statement template, and then from there, this is what we got, right? This is the example, laying it out 1, 2, 3, right? In-service event, current medical diagnosis, Nexus link. That's what they're looking for, right? And again, if there's a veteran who is service connected for hypertension and then they pass away from a heart condition, that surviving spouse may be eligible for dependency indemnity compensation, right? That's important. If you know someone in that situation, please pass along that information. All right. Now we're just going to copy, paste this statement, the layup, right? And we're going to put it right onto that VA form. All right. Let's do it.
Okay, and here we are at the actual claim form, right? You see right here, 526EZ, VA form 21-526EZ. That's the form that you're going to use to send up that claim to the VA. What we do when we come here, simple. This is on like page 7. There's a lot of information before you get to the actual claim. We're jumping right to the claim, all right? So for current disability, we're filing for hypertension. We just put in hypertension. And this hypertension is something we were diagnosed with in 2020 while we were in the service, and now we're filing for it after we've gotten out for about 4 or 5 years. So if due to exposure event, it's not due to an event. Remember, in-service event or in-service diagnosis. That's what this is. How the disability relates to was diagnosed in service, Chief. Approximate date it worsened, December 2020. That's the date of that first diagnosis of hypertension while we were still in the service. All right, making this simple, trying to keep it easy. And then from here, we go to the 4138 so we can lay out the 3 elements for them, right? So whoever rates this claim is looking at it like, hey, this is pretty easy. Check, check, check. Approved. All right, so now we'll go to the 4138. All right, and here we are at that 4138, the magic language, right? Why we call this magic? We lay out all of the 3 elements. It reads like a little summary, bing, bong, biddy. We lay out the evidence that we have to support the in-service event, to support the nexus, and then the current diagnosis / symptoms. All right, we lay this statement. This is what we call the layup package. You know what I mean? So, and as you can see right here, filing for hypertension. So we're clear on the condition we're filing for. I was diagnosed with this condition while in service. So boom, in-service diagnosis. While stationed at XY base in 2020, I was diagnosed with hypertension. I have included documentation. In-service diagnosis. Here's the evidence. I suffer from this condition since I separated. Addressing the nexus, right? Remember, nexus, from the time you separated till now, has the conditions still been something that you're suffering from, right? We need evidence of that. Cool. I have medical records showing I've been treated for hypertension since I separated service. Addressing that nexus. I received treatment in August 2022. Boom. January 2024. Boom. Send up the reading, send up that documentation. Because of this condition, now we get into the current symptoms, the current diagnosis. Because of this condition, I take medication and I get blood pressure readings frequently. So we send up the reading, and that's just about the numbers. Either you have the numbers or you don't, right? Continuous medication, that gets you at least at the 0. Continuous medication with the proper readings will get you that 10%. Bingo, bongo. And again, hypertension, an important fact about hypertension. If you're rated for hypertension, if a veteran is rated for hypertension and that veteran passes from a heart-related condition, the surviving spouse, surviving dependents may be eligible for dependency indemnity compensation. And that's why it's real important if you have hypertension and it's related to your service or you were diagnosed with it in service, it is extremely important that you get that thing service connected. All right. And here's a simple 1, 2, 3 way to do it. All right. Hey, keep it simple. 8 minutes or less. Come on, baby. Have an incredible day. Learn the information. Use the information. If you deem it to be valuable, share the information. Huh? Thank you for your time.
Do you think the VA claims process can be difficult, stressful, or even chaotic at times? If so, we made the Before You File Guidebook to help you keep your claim simple and organized. The VA claims process can make you feel overwhelmed, frustrated, or even pissed off. So we made the Before You File Microlearning Course to help you feel comfortable and confident when you walk into that office to file your VA claim. Get the products and enjoy the benefits. Now back to the show.